Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like.
You only live once, so try everything until you find what makes you happy. Today, we're going to be talking about how to get out of feeling stuck, also figuring out your 20s. So those are the two main topics of today's video. So if you've been feeling stuck or you don't really know what your next steps are, or if you're new to your 20s or 19 going into your 20s and you want to know what to do, what to expect, what you should look out for, this is the video for you. So clearly I am a well-rounded, know-it-all woman. I'm 20, so that's why I'm making this video. First on my list of things that I think we should talk about, figuring out your career. Obviously, like when you're 20, you're probably like, maybe you took a gap years from college and you're like going back into college or starting college and you want to figure out what you really want to do with your life. Like, what do you want to do for your career? So if you're like me and you have probably like a couple of things that you want to do career wise, or even not sure what you want to do and that's freaking you out, or you feel like you're behind or lost, you're not. Don't panic. Don't freak out. That's totally normal. And I can assure you that it's totally normal because my therapist told me that that's normal at your age and you're not falling behind. There's no rush. Slow it down. And I think it's actually a good sign that it shows that you're thinking about your choices and maybe you're level-headed because of that. You need to like help figuring out what you want to do for a career. They have career centers in every city, probably every city, every state. So you could check out your local career center and maybe like try out different things or see what's interesting to you. Also, you could probably look on TikTok and see cool career choices that you take an interest in and see what you think could be you. And if you don't get it right the first time, that's perfectly fine too. You can always backtrack, and you only live once. So try everything until you find what makes you happy. But also don't rush. Take it slow. You're doing great. You're only 20 or younger or older. Say you do know what you want to do for your career, or you know what you want to major in for college or your trade school, or you kind of figure out what you want to do with your life, for your life, and you want to know what's next, like how to take the next step. I think if you're in college, you'll be in the greatest hands because you probably have like an advisor or people maybe a year older than you that maybe you could talk to, make friends with. Depends on what you're doing. Because I heard in law school, everybody's very hush hush about like tips and like moving forward, but you can always like try to find a mentor. There's lots of mentors that you could probably find. Like if you have certain questions like what to expect in my first year of college, or what to expect when I'm taking an exam, what's the best study path for exams? A lot of that can be found online. Specifically for me, I would get like my studying tips from Lemonade. My whole entire feed on Lemonade is just like Harvard student study tips, like study tips in general. That's where I get my study tips from. So if you want to know what to expect for an exam, or like how to study for an exam during college, things you should look out for in your specific major, just go to Lemonade for studying things. Or say you want to go the unconventional route. If you do want to start a business, there's a lot of information on how to start. Like there's a lot of books that you can read that I think are really helpful. I don't have one by name, but there are a lot of books that people swear by and I think could be really helpful in like helping you start your business, what to expect, things that you don't want to miss if you're starting a business from start to finish, or if you want to do content creation. There's tons of people teaching the girls how to edit or find an editor or intros, or just like small tips here and there so that you can figure out what's your next steps. I feel like a lot of this is like, don't rush. It will all fall into place, but as long as you are making small steps to improvement or making small steps to get where you want to be, I think you'll be perfectly fine. Okay, next. Now my third tip is staying productive. I think it can be hard to stay productive a lot with social media. I think it's shortened our attention span, and that can definitely make it harder to focus. For staying productive, I think if you're into scheduling or you like things to be like scheduled, obviously make a schedule. If you're like multitasking school and a job and a personal goal that you have on the side, like maybe you're running a business on top of school and a job, that will take up a lot of your time. So maybe if you want to schedule that, make sure that you're scheduling time in your schedule for each individual thing and make sure it works, and leave time in there for yourself. Whatever you like to do to center yourself or relax. That could be reading or working out, or maybe you like to cook in your free times. Because I feel like if you don't leave time for yourself, that's when you get burnout, and then burnout leads to less production. And that's, less productivity. And that's what we don't want. So try to avoid burnout. And I feel like the ways that you can avoid burnout, one, taking time for yourself, taking a break. Say you've been studying, you've been working, you've been doing your side hustle, and then you're like, okay, I'll take Saturday and Sunday off to watch a movie or go spend time with friends or go spend time with family or just read a book or go swimming. Who knows? But yeah, take that time for yourself so that you don't burn out. Okay, last but not least, starting a new era. I think if you romanticize the fact that you're being productive or doing all these things or like figuring out your career and you're like making new strides to get the life that you want and you romanticize it, it's easier to find it fun. Romanticizing studying. I don't know if you guys ever seen those videos, but if you romanticize it, right? You're like, okay, this isn't so bad. This is fun. You're in your new girl era. You're in your that girl era. You're in your businesswoman era. Make it fun. Obviously get the things done that you need to get done, but also maybe if you're studying, it doesn't always have to be at home. Like maybe you could go out to a cafe, have a little latte and have coffee and, enjoy the scenery and have fun. Put your music on and vibe. It doesn't always have to be stressful and boring. It can also be like new, fun, creative. And I think like if you romanticize it and make it something that maybe you didn't think it could be, then it will help you to keep pushing. But that's what I think personally. Okay, so those were my tips for staying productive, figuring out your 20s, or tips for if you're feeling stuck. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up and comment down below what you guys want to see next from me. You can also find me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitch. So tune in if you want more content. That's all for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! Life move fast and you do what you want. At this time, doing what I want.